So I'm going to try to wrap up a lot very quickly to get to the main topics with Mr. Mahr and versus Aaron Smith-Levin on grifting. And I will try to concede that Bill Maher is a very intelligent guy. He has done some good work. I mean, I think the only thing really good he did was oppose the Iraq War, which back then was very brave. I mean, doing that decades ago was actually very brave. I mean, I should know. It was really not popular, and you could suffer a lot. I certainly have suffered literally decades of poverty because a lot of people did support the war, and they did not like getting called out. So I will concede that to him. He's much more intelligent. I think even a little bit more basically honest. But we are going to get into the grifting that goes online, capitalizing on ignorance. So please give my other channels a chance. And I do cover Bill a little bit more on one other channel, but I think we're going to do this for all the channels because it's getting out of hand. And I want to acknowledge Big Joel, who did a very good video on Bill Maher and his stupidity. I did some of the research beforehand, watching his really bad documentary on religion. Yeah, I don't know where to begin. I guess, first of all, feeling sad about Bill Burr. Bill Burr did an excellent interview with Bill Maher calling out Maher's support of Israeli war crimes. It's just stunning. However, being basically honest about this issue, Bill Maher did not perform at the recent Riyadh Comedy Festival where many big comedians, including Bill Burr, did, destroying his integrity. So I'm going to give Bill Maher that. At least he did not sell out to the Saudis yet. So why am I going on about Billy Boy and compare him, to probably a worse guy like Aaron? Right. And granted, I'm being very unfair because the recent video that Aaron did on somebody being deposed in science, he doesn't even know who it is, guys. He's like, somebody was deposed. It didn't go well. My didn't go. I mean, this is just Aaron. Like, these videos are a dime a dozen. He just puts out these ignorant takes, has no clue what's going on, just spreads all these weird rumors, and is like, Derek calls it a day, and considers that journalism. And once upon a time, Bill Maher was more careful, but he is just one after the other, just saying things, one, that are flatly not true, and just getting people all riled up. Now, again, I don't even have an issue with the basic gist of what either Bill or Aaron are doing. Again, I'm going to be very careful with my wording here. Yeah, at its core, right? At their core, they're doing the same thing, right? Bill's thing was making fun of the religious people for being stupid, and he, the atheist, intelligent guy, was better. Aaron calls himself an atheist. I don't think he is. Frankly, he's just an opportunist. His beliefs will always change depending on the thing. But again, when he is correct in calling out some abuse by various religious figures, that's fine. But to put it mildly, most of their content is just sheer ignorance. So what are the case studies? I'm going to go real quick on the Stan Lee thing. I'll cover that elsewhere. But Bill Maher put out a very disrespectful eulogy saying, yeah, Stan Lee's dead. I really don't care. These bozo clowns who read the comics, they need to grow up and stop being stupid. He got a massive backlash. He apologized and said, no, I'm not sorry that Stan Lee's dead. I'm sorry that you're alive. Because, you read comics. Alrighty then. But much more substantively bad, although that was pretty terrible because Stan was a pretty decent guy. He had flaws, but he deserved better than that, is him deliberately mangling a quote to defend Mr. Beast. The quick story with Mr. Beast is he does a lot of philanthropy, but he's come under fire that maybe he's not the good guy we think he is, and it's a lot of shadiness going on. Still, he does do good works, and you want to defend him, that's fine. But he radically misconstructed a quote by a woman who actually does help orphans in Africa and made it out to be like, oh, she's accusing Mr. Beast of being a racist and white privilege and all that. She didn't do that. She said, well, maybe it's the case of being a white savior. I don't know. She did criticize Mr. Beast, but again, she was thankful. Like, I'm glad he's trying to help, but he may be doing more harm than good. So we're going to be serious for 3 seconds. Basically, the dilemma is a lot of these orphans are not really orphans. They have families, but they're not getting reconnected to their families. So Mr. Beast may have done more harm than good by creating this orphanage. So now these kids will end up with different parents, different families, again, maybe they'll be better off, but maybe they'll be worse off. So again, he did do something good, but it may have some inadvertent bad effects. But that's not enough for Billy Boy. So he just straight up lied and chopped up the quote, turning a question into an assertion. Right? And you're thinking like, okay. Then he went further, attacking these homeless activists. And they're like, see, that's the problem. All these wokos with their identity groups. The deaf want to be an identity, and now the homeless want to be an identity. But the thing he's showing to demonize the homeless activists are like, no, they're asking for housing. Literally, one of the signs is like, we just want more services, not sweeps. He's like, there you go again, you crazy woko people. It's like, no, they want help for the homeless. They're not even doing what you're saying they're doing. The signs are not indicating that we are so radically activist. We just want the homeless to be out in forests. They didn't say that. The signs don't even indicate that. You just lied. Just straight up lied about it. It's just, this is not the first or last time. I mean, that religious documentary he did was awful. I mean, I get his major points when he made good points, but really he was just making stuff up, saying, why are you so crazy and stupid? Like, really? Just because it's in the Bible? Snakes, really? That have magic? Really? Again, you can make fun of these things, but maybe do the hard work. Like, learn Greek. Read it in the actual Bible. Is that what the Bible even asserts? People have reported these things, whether you believe them or not, that miracles have happened. They describe them. You're like, okay, that sounds out there. Let's investigate. Like Bill Mahr, and he does this for a long time, but now it's getting really worse. He just goes with assertion. These woke crazy people don't understand we need war. We need borders. I'm just being the rational, common sense guy. We need to defend Mr. Beast. And anybody who disagrees is like, well, then you're just being crazy, stupid, loco, woko, moko. Are they? They're just a bunch of crazy people on Twitters. But are they? Maybe you're just being manipulative and lying to us. That could also be the case. So now let's turn to Aaronis in his recent video, which didn't say anything. So allegedly we're getting an update that Miscavige was getting deposed in a court, except Aaron couldn't confirm it was Miscavige. They're like, oh, okay, well, who did? He didn't know. He was like, the whole video is like, yeah, now who could be deposed? Well, what's the story? Apparently it's like, somebody got disposed. It's like, okay, wait, why not just wait till we know for sure? No, we're just going to wildly speculate. But he's getting information from the Jane Does of Danny Masterson. Now, I'm not going to go the full spiel here, but the basic gist is some of the Jane Does do seem legit victims, and some of the Jane Does are, like Aaron, they're grifters. Their stories don't really hold up. A lot of questions about what they're up to, but don't worry, Aaron's going to ignore all that or warn his audience. They're just reliable sources, even though apparently they don't even know who was deposing. How? How they not? Anyway, and before we even get on that one, Aaron didn't even know who the judge was. He said, oh, yeah, the he judge. Wait, was it she judge? Oh, it's one of the judges. I get them all mixed up. Okay, so you don't know who got deposed. You don't know who the judge is. You don't seem to know anything about this case. Oh, it got even better because he speculated, clearly the deposition failed. It's like, oh, well, how do you know that? Because they stopped it. They're like, judgeship, we're going to pick it up tomorrow. So he's speculating, despite not knowing who got deposed, okay? But he did give some likely candidates, all right, fine. That the deposition went really badly for Scientology because the lawyers stopped it. And you're like, no, depositions stop all the time. And also the alleged reason was an emergency. It could be there was an emergency. Right? I mean, I get the whole point here is we just watch the videos just get pumping full of our juices of hate juice. Like, oh, I hate Scientologists. Oh, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And just like, and then he cashes out. Even though he didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. And he wildly admits, like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. He doesn't even know what case we're talking about, what the judge is. He's just like, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, well, what's the point of the video? There you go. That's just typical Aaronis. But it's like, okay, I understand the thing, but if we're getting angry over nothing, we're getting angry over nothing, right? This is happening with the Predator Badlands discourse. Which, listen, even if you don't like Predator or Alien or whatever, again, I'm not going to spoil the films. This is just fascinating. People are just outright lying about stuff with these films. They're saying, the Predator and the android are having a romantic relationship, and they turn the Predator into a soy boy who talks about feminism and French theory. None of that is occurring in the film. None of that occurring in the film. Even as an interpretation, none of these are legit interpretations. Yeah, I got a male predator, but he's not allowed his agency because a female android's doing stuff. That's not in the film either. That's not a legit interpretation. We can have differing interpretations of film, right? Film is not physics here. But really, if you told me, one battle after another, that's about two cartoon cats beating each other up. That's not in the film. That's not in the film. We've gotten to the point people are lying about things like basic factual things. Like Ben Shapiro got mad just because a black woman had a gun in a movie. He couldn't even identify the gun. You're like, well, what are you getting mad at? You don't even know what the hell's happening in the film. Did you even watch the film? Did you pay attention? Right? Did Bill Mahr vet these articles? Did you look at these signs? Did you even double check the graphics? Who cares? The point is, we get really angry at the wokos and take on crazies. But if they didn't go crazy, what are we getting mad at? Same thing with, they deposing Scientology guys. Now I'm full of hatred against. Okay, but over what? You didn't say anything. We don't even know what the hell this is about. It's like, it doesn't matter. The point is here, we're angry at Group X. I'm going to put a little graphic or a little rumor, and we're going to get angry together, and I'm going to make money. But if it's based on nothingness or a lie, we're not moving anywhere. It's like, what was the point? Okay, I will concede Bill Mahr is a little bit more serious than Aaron, but there is a lot of media content like this now on YouTube. People just put out lies, stupidity, or rumors. Like, doesn't that make you angry? Well, no, you didn't even explain what the thing was. Like, what are we getting angry about? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what are we getting angry about. It just seems like wild speculation based on ignorance by people who don't know what they're talking about. In my humble opinion.